YouTube world, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. We're starting off the day in the life as a salesperson. First thing you probably notice is I drive an Acura Integra. I also have an Acura RDX. I do work for Honda, and I'll say most salespeople probably drive what they sell. Some don't. I have some coworkers that drive Subaru, BMW, Toyota, Hyundai, all different types of brands. It's a little bit late in the day. We're on our way to work. It's actually a late start for me because I did had some appointments to go to. Before the Acuras though, I've had a handful of Hondas. I actually got rid of my 2009 Honda Civic Si Coupe. I actually recently got rid of my Nissan Frontier as well. But before the Frontier, I did had a 22 Civic. I had a Touring. I had a 2020 CRV Touring. I had a 16 Accord LX, 15 Civic LX. I had an Acura TSX wagon 2012. I had a 90 Accord, which is my favorite car so far. A 90 Accord LX Coupe, 5-speed. I have like 260,000 miles on that thing. I've had my share of a handful of Hondas, but currently I have 2 Acuras. I am actually searching for another car. I'm actually looking for 2 cars. Another project to replace my 2009 Civic Si, and I do have my eyes on a first-gen CRV. Hot day today. Sun is just beaming in my face. So I live in New Mexico. I work at Perfection Honda. There's about 2 Hondas, I would say, in my area. There's another one like 45 minutes away. My dealership is on a hill, so we're broken into different parts. We have multiple lots as well. So for an example, the sales department is here. There's another entrance going right up there. That goes up to service, which is right up there. And then parts is up there as well. Here we got used cars and new cars. It's a lot downstairs that has new cars. I'll show you guys that in a second. This sun is nothing to play about. With some sold cars here already. We've got a Prologue getting out of here. Got a Accord over there as well. So here's the showroom. Look like they're taking one car out already. We got an Odyssey coming out. Got a CRV in here. Got a Accord in here as well. Oh, I wonder if I don't think I need the ND filter in here. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I need that in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get on my computer. I brought some snacks and stuff. Brought lunch. I gotta put the lunch in my fridge. Fridge come in, unwind, you know. Now every dealership is different. The salesperson desk is like in an office type of thing. Some is like in a cubicle, kind of like what I'm in right now. Some have their own desk. Some share with other people. In this case, I do share. I got Eric, but he's off today, so you won't see him today. Now I can't do no emails or no nothing because my keyboard died. So change the battery in this thing. I'm over here trying to log in. I'm like, why is this thing not working? I just realized the keyboard was off. That's why it wasn't working. So let me put these batteries back in. Maybe these batteries weren't dead. Keyboard was just off. I'm gonna try to be as general as possible because most dealerships all use different things. So most dealerships will use a CRM where this is a system you use on your computer where you input all your customers. So if you speak to someone yesterday, you can put what car they were looking at, you know, what their name is, their address, all the information, things of that nature. So when it's time to follow up, so let's say, you know, a customer stopped by, want to look at a Honda Civic. I don't have no Honda Civics, right? So they're like, all right, give me a call when you have one. One comes in, I can go back in my CRM, say, hey, I have a Civic, you want to stop by, A, B, C, D, F, G. So there's like many different companies that make different CRMs. There's actually a lot of options out there. Dealerships mostly use that to keep track of what they sold, what customers they have, follow up, things like that. As salespeople, you can see 40 plus customers a month. So it's hard to keep track of everyone. So when you have a CRM, you're able to kind of go back, like, oh yeah, I spoke to this person, they're looking at this car, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not gonna show you my CRM because I can't just put out customers' information out there. But if you're ever curious to how salespeople remember or follow up, that's mostly what they use. These baked apples, A1. I'm doing a day in the life as a salesperson.
Oh.
You want to say anything to the camera?
No.
Okay.
Day in the life of a salesperson.
Yeah, it was like being a salesperson. You come in, what do you do? Blah, 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 blah. You have your coworkers, they come over here, they harass you, you know. Happens every day.
I thought you got fired.
Shut up. We don't believe that.
I do. Are you putting this on YouTube or TikTok?
YouTube.
You're supposed to do phone calls, like choking yourself in potato chips.
And big apples.
That's a thing of of a salesperson.
You know what?
That's the whole day of a salesperson.
We'll make some phone calls, shoot some emails, do some text messages, see if I can get catch up for the day.
Hey, what up, say?
So I made some phone calls, shoot some emails, try to make appointments, you know, try to stay busy. If you're not busy at the dealership, then you're not gonna make no money, to be honest. Here's another lot that we have. Mostly have new cars down here. I would say before COVID, this lot was always filled. COVID happened, there was no cars down here at all. A few years later, after COVID, we're starting to get more cars. But what's been happening is we're pre-selling a lot of cars. Hondas are just a hot vehicle, so they pretty much sell themselves. So Civics, CRVs, especially, fly out of here like crazy. Like, this is my only Civic. I have a base model hatchback and the 24. The 25 just came out, but the last batch of 24s is still coming in. But yeah, my only Civic, because we keep selling these things like crazy. Usually this whole row right here will be full of Civics. So you're probably wondering, ooh, it's hot in here. You're probably wondering, how do you make money if there's no cars? Deposits. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, the car says 101. Oh, I'm dying in here. But yeah, deposits. So we take a lot of deposits. If you come to a dealership and there's a car that you want and they don't have the car, chances are that car is in transit or waiting to be built. You can just put a deposit down, put your name on it. It comes in, come get your car. That's kind of how it's been buying a car. So it may look like a dealership have no cars because they probably don't have cars, but most of the cars they have coming in is spoken for already because customers come in and reserve a vehicle. Actually, for both of my Acuras, that's kind of how I know it's a different brand, but that's how I had to get both of my cars. The RDX, I put a deposit down in October. I didn't get that car till February. With my Integra, I got that a lot sooner, but I had to wait like a month and a half or something like that to get it. All right, so here's the front of my dealership. Usually when you come to a dealership, you're either gonna see a bunch of salespeople outside, or you may see one or two outside. That can mean two different things because every dealership is different. So when you go to a dealership and you see a bunch of salespeople outside, they're all looking at you, you know, they're ready to talk to you. That's because they're probably on an open floor system. So what that means is whoever talked to you first get to help you. And if they're strictly commission, if you're outside and you're letting other salespeople talk to customers before you, you're not gonna sell cars. That's why when you go to a dealership sometimes, it looked like there's a bunch of salespeople ready to swoop in and come grab you, put you in the headlock because they're probably on the open floor and they're probably strictly commission. And then other dealerships have an up system where the sales consultant take turns helping meet and greeting the customer. So for example, I'll be outside, I meet and greet with someone, now I'm off. The person behind me or next in line, they come outside, they greet the next person, and it goes in order till you start all over again, and so on and so on. So if you ever drive to a dealership and you notice that it's like one or two people outside, or you notice 30 people outside, you know kind of what that means. So it could be scary because you pulling up and it look like they're ready to rip your door open and rip you off your car. But like I said, it's a dog-eat-dog world sometimes in sales, especially in car sales, especially in open floor, which is commission only because, like I said, you don't get ahead of the other salesperson, then you're missing out on the opportunity, then you can't pay your bills, can't feed your family, you know. The bird next to me and this dude is tweeting away. Oh, it's a hummingbird. I don't know if you guys can see him. I'm sure most of you know the process of buying a car because you probably bought a car before. So you go to the dealership, you get greeted by a salesman. He or she show you different options. You test drive, you find the perfect car. Let's say you have a trade-in, you trade your car in and everything is good, you buy the new car. The process of buying a new car is kind of simple. In my eyes, because I do this every day, but a lot of paperwork, but not that much paperwork, but a lot of paperwork. Because I came in a little bit late, I've been behind on like my phone calls and emails, stuff like that. You guys saw when I came in, that's the first thing I did. I kind of did that for a few hours and I just picked back up the camera. I'm probably not gonna talk to a customer today because I just gotta catch up, so that way tomorrow I'm not behind. That's why it's so hard for a salesperson to not be at the dealership. Some salespeople work every day off. The more you're away from the dealership, the less opportunity you have and then the less money you can make. Average salesperson is doing 60, 70, 80 hours a week because they're trying to, you know, they're trying to give themselves opportunities to sell more cars. There's a few things that's been passed around and passed around and passed around about salesmen. That one, people think that sales consultants make $1 million. Two, in reality, sales consultants you can make a lot of money, but the average salesperson don't make a lot of money, especially in today's world. Before COVID, you know, there's way more opportunities, way more cars, and you can still continue to make money today. It's just that when you're starting off now versus starting off a few years ago, I will say it's probably a little bit more difficult to start the sales now. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're watching this and you want to be a sales consultant or you're thinking about being into sales, you still can get into it, build up your clientele, build up your pipeline, and, you know, make money. But it's more than just making money. You gotta be, you know, committed. You gotta be patient. You gotta be on your feet, you know, and you gotta be different than the next salesperson, because you're not the only car dealership in your area, you know. And there's some customers, you know, they're gonna look at multiple different cars, you know, go with the best car, the best deal, the best salesperson, the best dealership, things like that. Since we are at Honda, let me show you guys some cars. So these are HRVs. This is pretty much a Civic that's lifted up a little bit more higher, a little bit more wider, and you can have all-wheel drive. Civic's too low. You want an SUV, but you don't want a CRV. This is what you get. These HRVs have been super popular. I've sold plenty of these vehicles. This is the perfect first-time car if you don't want a sedan. Like, let's say you just graduated high school, or you're going to college, or, you know, you're younger and you want your first car. Or even if you're older and you don't need that big car anymore, the kids grew up, they have their own families, you just need an A to B for yourself, HRV come in handy. Now, your family is growing, you know, you're on your third kid. That Pilot, that third row is too cramped back there, is not doing it. Odyssey is definitely the way to go. The problem with New Mexico is, I'm just gonna show on camera, you probably see this thing I watched today. And look at it. New Mexico, it's too dusty out here. But yeah, you got like 2 car seats, you got 3 car seats, and you know, you got carpooling, kids with sports. I tell a lot of people all the time, you need an Odyssey. A lot of people don't like the looks of a minivan. They think it looks like a hearse, or they just don't want to be a soccer mom. I'm telling you, minivans are super practical. Don't get me started on the Honda Ridgeline. This is a truck that everyone needs. I know everyone says it's not a real truck. It's a make-believe truck, blah, 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 blah. This thing has more headroom and legroom than Tacoma, Ranger, Canyon, Frontier, I said Canyon already. What's the other Canyon brother? Colorado. But the Ridgeline, it does drive like a car though, don't get me wrong. If you want something very rugged feeling, like truck-like, like you go over a bump and you want to hit your head on the ceiling, the Ridgeline is going to be way too soft for you. But you still get a bed on this thing. You get dual tailgate. What pickup truck, you know, opening sideways like that and still dropping down? Come on now. And then you have an in-bed trunk inside of it. Oh, this one lock, I can't even show you guys. But yeah, I wonder if one of these unlock to show you guys the in-bed trunk. Oh, I think they all locked. That's okay. Just know there is a storage in that bed. Here's a prime example. You want to drop the tailgate and you're by a pole and it's going to hit it. Let's open it sideways. Look at that. Clear. So want to open? Most of my customers that buy a Ridgeline, they want something smooth, comfortable. You know, they can go A to B, decent on gas for its size, but still need a bed. Ridgeline is definitely the way to go, because the Tacoma, have you tried to sit in the backseat of a Tacoma? A Tacoma, I had a Frontier, so I know the space in Frontier. But I mean, I had the previous Frontier, but we recently had the new generation Frontier, and it was still small back there. All the mid-size pickup trucks are small, like especially in the back seat. Ridgeline is actually not the most spacious in the world, but it's a lot more than you're gonna get in any of those other small mid-size trucks. But yeah, if you want to do rock climbing off boulders and front flips, and you know, you need rear lockers, and you know, yeah, then you get the Tacoma, Frontier, Colorado. But the average pickup driver probably never took their truck off-roading. Especially in New Mexico, you see lifted trucks everywhere. Most of the trucks never even touch dirt. Now, let's say you don't need a minivan yet, and you got like 2-3 kids, you need a third row, CRV's too small, you got the Pilot. Here's a Trail Sport. This is a more rugged Pilot. This actually has a 1-inch lift, all-terrain tires, skid plates, and it still drives smooth. It don't feel like a Wrangler or something like that. And these are super popular. Diffuse Sky Blue Pearl. Now this next Honda is the sweetheart, the Honda. This is Just flying out here like crazy. The CRV. We sell so many CRVs. This is a Honda's number one selling car. And the CRV is just so perfect because look at the size. It's not too big. It's not too small. You can get all-wheel drive, plenty of cargo space. You can get a hybrid. You can get a turbo 4-cylinder. It has decent power, good on gas. I mean, this is an all-arounder car. CRVs is just a good vehicle. We sell so many of those. And then look at this Ridgeline over here. This is a Trail Sport in Sonic Gray Pearl. This one actually has I think it has a package on it. That's why I have the crossbars up there. But look at the color though. This thing is super nice. And then you have the Accord. Now the Accord, it's a mixed reviews on the Accord. A lot of people don't like how they look. A lot of people love how they look. I've sold a bunch of these, and this is probably the nicest driving Accord Honda's ever created. Especially if you get like a hybrid. The interior is so nice. This is an EX. So this model is one up from the base model. If you're looking at a Camry or a Sonata or something like that, drive an Accord. If you're looking at a hybrid, drive a Accord hybrid. That, wow, super nice. The sun is setting right now, so I can't see right now, but as you can see, there's no car. Actually, I spoke to a customer. I'm lying. I'll tell you guys I'm not gonna talk to a customer today. I spoke to a customer. He actually was looking for a Civic hybrid. He wants to see if we had them yet. Now, the Civic hybrids just came out in the sedans, and we got one. As soon as that thing came in, it was gone, sold. So we have a few more coming in, but most of them actually are reserved. So I think there's like 2 out of the bunch that's coming in that's still available. Chances are we're gonna take deposit on those 2 and they're not gonna make it to the lot. But I really need one make it to the lot because I need to do a walk around on them. I did the LX Civic and the Sport. I still need to do a Sport Hybrid and a Sport Touring Hybrid. Let's say you don't wanna buy a brand new car, you wanna save some money. Well, I sell pre-owned cars as well. I got this 14 Suburban. This thing is an LTZ, 4-wheel drive, towing package on it. This thing is loaded. I think there's a customer here looking at it right now. But yeah, look at this thing. Whew, I'm out of breath. One of my coworkers just informed me that the Suburban is sold. And just like that, you know, cars fly out of here. Look how clean this guy is though. Let me take off the ND filter. But this Suburban is actually really nice. LTZ, 4-wheel drive. Towing package on there. So this one just came down to get put on the lot and sold already. Certain dealerships have the used car department different than the new car department. So you can only sell new car or you can only sell used car. In my case, that's not the case. Before I put the ND filter back on, I know you guys are blown out right now. I'm sure you guys this Ram. It's another used truck we have. This is a limited. This thing is super nice. And that's the benefit of, you know, being around used cars because I sell new Hondas. Look at that thing. The, what do you call these? I thought you call this, wow, I forgot what it's called. Anyways, automatic. But look at this guy. Get the big vertical screen in there. This is a 21 with like 43,000 miles on it, but heated seats, air suspension. USB C's, USB A, parking sensors. Like it's 4-wheel drive, all the safety features. They got like trailer control. It's actually super nice. Show you guys the back seat. These are trucks with the big back, with the small bed, but with a big back door. Super popular, especially if you have a family. Cause like you can put car seats back here. Look what space you have behind the driving passenger. Heated, cool rear seats. Super nice. All right, put the ND filter back on. We're gonna watch this go right back in. Look at that. But yeah, I'm able to sell all different types of brands. It's cool. Toyota, Jeeps. I like to learn about other brands, you know, used Hondas as well. Got a Bug over here. Got a Sport Touring over here. So yeah, so at my dealership, I can sell new or used. So if you live in New Mexico and you're watching this, give your boy a call. Got some CRVs, can use Ridgelines. But yeah, the only crazy thing is we're on a hill. If I need to go down to that bottom lot, I gotta walk down the hill. If I need to go to the top lot, I walk up the hill. Let me show you guys a new addition we got to the Honda lineup, which is the Honda Prologue. So if you're watching some of my vlogs, you've seen this car. If you watch my vlog when I went to Colorado, I went to go do training on this car. So here's an EX right here. The first one we had were 3 of them. An EX Touring and Elite. I sold the Touring and I sold the Elite. Here's the base model. It's the Prologue here. And I'm actually gonna go inside, show you guys a Touring so you can get inside one. Got a Civic hatchback here. I parked this one earlier. And you can see we got some Accords, HRVs, some more used cars on the other end as well. As you can see, there's no customers right now. The sun is setting. We don't know when it's busy. We don't know when it'll be late. Like, you never know. Oh man, I need sunglasses. I cannot see. The sun is in my face. Switch up the layout in the showroom here. Earlier, I think I showed you guys that this Odyssey was coming out. Well, we put a Prologue over there. Took out the HRV that was in here. Back in the office, I'm gonna go check in, see if I got more emails. But that's pretty much what we do. We're either outside waiting for customers, or we're on the phone making appointments, emails, making appointments, or let's say you go online and you put an inquiry on a vehicle online. It may go to a salesperson, it may go to an internet department that only works on that. Every dealership is different as well. Call some customers as well, wish them a happy birthday. And like I said, just check in, make sure everything's okay. Follow up with my previous customers as well. We do a lot of following up on previous customers, because you never know, maybe your brother's in the market, your sister's in the market, your mom's in the market. We try to keep it, if you buy a car from your salesperson, they want to sell your whole family and your neighbors and your best friend and your co-workers and everyone. Oh, okay, well, it was hot, super hot. I forgot my water bottle at home. And one thing too about us in sales, one thing about us car salesmen, if it's hot outside, we're outside. If it's snowing outside, we're outside. If it's raining outside, we outside. It does not matter, we're out there. It's so funny because I used to work at FedEx where I worked outside, and sometimes it reminds me of that. All right, so I'm gonna do some more phone calls, some email stuff like that. I'm gonna catch back with you guys. I'm not trying to get copyrighted, so I'm gonna jump inside this Prologue real fast. But yeah, you guys should be familiar with this thing already. I went all the way to Colorado to do training on this guy. I love the two-tone seats on this, and this thing is full electric. So Honda doesn't have a full, well, they're not done with their full electric vehicle yet. So they did a collaboration with this vehicle to have an EV for right now until they have their full EV out. And so far, I've sold 2 of these, like I said. This thing drives really nice. It's not gonna be as fast as a Tesla. You know, you're not gonna put the foot down and it's gonna throw you back in the seat like, you know, all these crazy EVs. If you wanna buy your first EV just to kind of get an idea what it's like, this is the perfect car to do so. Panoramic moonroof up top as well. This thing is super nice. This is the biggest panoramic moonroof we've had in our Honda. And this, I believe, is a Touring as well. Super nice interior, very spacious, very roomy. Like I said, I've made plenty of videos on this car, my walk around channel, this channel. We went to the training. For the day, today wasn't the most busiest day, so my day in the life wasn't too exciting. For example, my dealership closed at 8 o'clock. It is like 8 o'clock. Sometimes you will get a customer driving in here 7:50, 7:55, 8 o'clock. And what that means is, if that person actually buys a car, then you're not leaving here till, because it takes about 2 hours. I would say it takes about 2 hours. Hour and a half to 2 hours to buy a car. If it's not busy, there's no lines, you're the only one, about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So you see how late you will be here too. It is a beautiful day today. Ooh, I can't wait for you guys to see that sunset. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but look at the sky. Wow, that's beautiful. We only sold 2 cars, so today was definitely a slow day. Nighttime drives and the sunset, unbeatable. To be honest, it's been a crazy day. I sold a car, I sold a used car, actually a used Civic, that black one, I think I showed you guys in the video. That black one, I sold that guy, and I just sold a Honda Prologue, which is, I was showing you guys yesterday, that one in the showroom. There's a nice blue one that came in. It's actually me and another salesperson that sold that one, so we're splitting that one, so it's like a half. When it comes down, I'll show you guys, but it was just a busy day today. Today was just, I couldn't even record. Sometimes when we sell a car, it's like, what, 8:30 right now? Oh, don't need this guy on. Sometimes when we sell a car, especially like right now, it's like 8:30 right now. You might be here for some time. So even though the dealership closed at 8 o'clock, there's still like 2 or 3 customers finishing up their paperwork. And the customer I'm helping right now, they're doing their paperwork right now. So by the time they get out of finance, usually you're in finance about 45 minutes to an hour. So as a salesperson, we get everything ready, get the car ready. For example, this is the car they bought, which is a Prologue. I was telling you guys, we had that gray one in the showroom. This is the same one, just in a different color. all electric. You can't even hear it. It's actually pretty cool. Like I said, I showed you guys the one in the showroom. Same trim level, just a different color. Let's say in the last clip, we make sure these cars are cleaned up, they're set up, ready for the customer. Let's say they didn't buy an electric car, they bought like a regular gas vehicle. Same thing, we make sure it's all cleaned up. Everything that needs to be in there is in there, it's all set up. For an example, I have this Ridgeline here. This is sold, it's probably going out tomorrow. The salesperson will make sure it's ready, prepped, ready to go. So when the customer come in, they do their paperwork. I'm sure some of you guys bought a car before, so you know the process. It was just a super busy day. I just couldn't record. Just delivered that Prologue. It's 9:34. Remember I told you guys sometimes you'll leave your dealership late, you never know? I got up at 7 o'clock today. It's 9:34 right now, but you know what? This is what we gotta do. But this is how we earn a living. Pick up some dinner, because it's super late for me and Shelly. Get home. I don't know if you guys noticed, I haven't took any lunch in the video because salespeople, a lot of times you're not gonna be able to get lunch, especially when it's busy. If it's dead, then you'll have some time. I already reached out, let my management know, like, hey, I'm running late. And they understand too, because, you know, I have a newborn and life is just completely different for me. Completely different. I wouldn't change having Amari for the world, but it's been this is our first baby as well. What makes it even harder is that I don't leave him and leave my wife to do everything, you know? Like, we go hand in hand. You know, that's 3 lights right here? They just add those. Like, we tag team taking care of him. So I don't, like I said, I don't leave everything for Shelly. Like, every night I take over, every morning I take over. I know there's a lot of relationships out there where the mom or the wife, she watches their baby the whole day. Dad just go to work, come home, sleep, go back to work. Now in my case, I'm more involved, so I help Shelly a lot because it's a lot for her too. Otherwise, she has her own things going on. So, you know, me taking some weight off, taking care of the baby or watching the baby or feeding him or bathing him, all that good stuff, helps her in the long run, helps her mental, and it helps both of us together. But yeah, it's hard. If you plan to be a salesperson and you don't have kids, it's gonna be much easier for you. I will say that. But for all my dads out there that, you know, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, you know, and you are involved, you know, you don't leave all the way for your wife or your significant other or baby mama or whatever, shout out to you, because it's not hard. Like, look, I'm going to work late right now because I woke up later and I had to take care of the little one, and he was not trying to go to sleep at all. I'm currently in a Civic Sport hatchback. I'm getting it ready. I gotta do a personalized setting sheet. So I just want to sold the customer wanted certain settings to be set up. So I'm gonna get all of these done. For example, you have an auto door lock feature. You can change it to shift from park or with vehicle speed and so on and so on. While they're in finance getting their paperwork done, I'm actually facing the wrong way, so I gotta turn this car around, but I'm waiting for one of my coworkers to move that Pilot. I mean, I guess I could squeeze out of here, but he said he's gonna flip it around, so it's whatever. I was doing a battery test in the shade because it is blazing today. One of my coworkers said he's gonna move this Pilot, and yeah, he's in it right now. So you can see that guy moving out the way. Everything all set up. Turn this guy off. It was a hot day today. It was just too hot. I wore the wrong undershirt today, so I'm cooking. This is the first one we sold today. Civic Sport 24. Customer actually bought this for their daughter. This is a nice. I think it's her first car, if I'm not mistaken. I know she's gonna be super excited. It's a very nice car. And the Sports has been super popular. It's been hard for us to keep these things in stock. They're almost done with their paperwork, so what I'm gonna do is, when they're finished with their paperwork and finance, I'm gonna go over the features, show them the accessories, pair their phone, show them all the safety features. Kind of show them a little bit of everything. Like, you know, this Sport comes with remote start on the key fob, so show them remote start on the key fob, different settings, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I make sure everyone's comfortable with their car before they go. Yeah, it's a hatchback. Another reason why these are popular. So yeah, my Integra is based off of the Civic hatchback. They're just SI powertrain, and you know, a little bit more premium features because it's Acura, but can't go wrong with a Civic hatchback though. My 12 o'clock canceled, so I'm still have my 10:30 here. They're still doing their paperwork, and it is, what time is it? It's like 12:10 or something like that. So I have a 2 o'clock that's I'm really helping someone else with at 2 o'clock, so I'll see if they're coming or not, but the 12 o'clock did cancel. So now I am available to help someone that walks in now. So that's another thing with us in sales is that when we set appointments, we try to make sure we're free until you come in. So for example, it's Saturday and if it's super busy, everyone's trying to buy cars, and let's say I'm the only salesperson out with a customer, but I'm waiting for someone to come in. Sometimes we take ourselves off the sale floor to wait for someone to come in. Sometimes they don't come. Or in this case, 12 o'clock came, and I'm like, you know, I haven't seen her here. Usually you'll come here like 11:55 or something like that. 12 o'clock came, nothing. Then it was like 12:05. I'm like, all right, let me call her. Then she was like, yeah, I changed my mind. So she wasn't even gonna tell me she wasn't gonna come. So that happens sometimes too. You know, you can be here waiting for a customer, and they don't give you a heads up. They don't let you know, and you just sit here waiting, and then you call like, hey, you still coming in? And you're like, oh, no, I'm not. So I'm available now. So after I deliver this Civic, I will be open to help anyone that comes in that's looking for a car or needs some help until about 2 o'clock. Just like that, Saturday is over. Just got off work. I am going to get some food because I'm starving. It is Sunday. I'm about to head to work right now. I'm actually on time. Big shout out to Michelle's mom. She stopped by to help with Amari, so I was able to, because usually I'm getting dressed, baby in one hand, I'm getting dressed with my other hand. So it felt good to actually get dressed on my own. Like no baby or anything like that. So we're gonna head to work. On Sundays, we work 12 to 5, so it's a shorter schedule, and we work every other Sunday. So technically I am off this Sunday, but I switch with one of my co-workers, so I'm working for him, and then he's gonna work for me when I'm supposed to come in. So on a regular schedule, we have 1 day off a week, and then the next week we have 2 days off. So 1 week we have 1 weekday off, and we work a Sunday. If you're off the next week on that Sunday, then you have your Sunday off and that weekday off. So crazy schedule, you know, a lot of time. A lot of dealerships actually are not open on Sundays, but my dealership is one of the dealerships that is open on Sundays, and that's a good or bad thing. The good thing is we do get a lot of deals because people are shopping on Sunday and everyone's closed. We're the only ones open, so they usually come and buy it from us. But now we're at work. You know, we're working. Everyone else is not at work, and we're at work. So I'm gonna head to work now, and I'm sure you guys what Sundays are kind of is. Usually those Sundays are a little bit more slower sometimes. Sometimes they get just kind of crazy. So let's see. I do have an appointment today to buy a car. Hopefully the CV pulls through. Just like that, 5 o'clock. I didn't get to record much, to be honest. It was just too hot, and I did have 2 customers today, but one of them, they're shopping against the Subaru Crosstrek versus our HRV. The other one, his kids need a car, and he's just kind of looking around seeing what they would like. So he didn't bring the kids or anything like that. He came by himself, feel out some cars, looked at the HRV, CRV, and he's gonna see if, you know, there'll be something they'll like. They didn't want to test drive or anything like that. So today it was actually busy today. It was busy today, but I think only like 2 cars sold or something like that. So we took a deposit as well. So it was a busy day, but then not really. Let's get this AC cranking because, let's turn that down because it is hot. It's hot. My car says it's 102 degrees right now. So thank God for these tints because when I first got this car, I was cooking in this thing. But yeah, we're gonna head home. Also, if you guys don't know, I do get paid from YouTube. So it's like a second job to me, you know? So I have 4 channels. 2 of them I actively post on, this channel and then my walk around channel. Actually, my walk around channel is where I make the most money. So that's the channel I really focus on. So a lot of times when I get home, especially off of work from a long day, I'm up editing. You know, I'm watching the baby, he falls asleep, I'm editing. So I'm super tired because last night I didn't go to sleep till like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock or something like that. I woke up at 6, got the baby ready. Me and the baby went back to sleep because today's Sunday is my late day. I don't have to go in early, 12 to 5. Woke back up, got ready for work. It's Monday. I'm about to head to the post office and head to work. So when I close in the morning, I can get things done. So that's what I usually do. This guy. I did want to go to the post office a lot earlier than I am right now, but it is what it is. So I had Amari this morning, and Shelly went to an appointment that she had. So I woke him up, got him ready to eat, all that good stuff, and put him to take a nap. So now I had to leave. I had a video last night. I ain't finished till like, actually I ain't finished till earlier. The other day I told you guys I ain't finished at 3 in the morning. I finished this video at like 11 actually. 11, did some dishes and stuff at like 12, and then went to sleep. I got how close I am to the damn garage. And here we are. So I don't have no appointments or anything today. Today's just gonna be a catch-up day, kinda. Like on Mondays, weekends are usually pretty crazy, so I try to like follow up on my customers. And so if you guys are new to the channel, I do walk around on new Hondas. Well, I'm trying to do all cars, but right now I'm specifically doing Hondas. So I go over all the features and everything, and I use some of the cars on my job to do that and on that channel. Not only am I a car salesman person, I'm a part-time YouTuber for 2 different channels. One is this vlog channel, one is that walk around channel. I discussed this already, but and I'm a dad, and I'm a husband, so it's a lot. It's really a lot. But you know what? I'm not Jamaican. I'm Jamaican, so I make it work. Feel me? I am considered Jamaican. What's funny about that is whenever I tell people that, you know, all my fans from Jamaica, blah blah blah, they're like, "Oh, I don't hear the accent." I'm like, bro, why am I gonna have an accent talking to you? Because my family have that like a real Jamaican accent, not that yeah man and all that stupidness everyone think that Jamaicans talk like. No, they have like a real authentic accent. So you're not gonna understand what I'm saying. So why would I talk to you like that? You know, like I went ahead and put the microphone on because the window's down and I know you guys can hear me through this wind. But yeah, let's say I'm talking to someone that's from Jamaica, then I'm gonna sound Jamaican. If I'm talking to somebody from New York, I'm gonna sound like I'm from New York. If I'm talking to a customer, I think my YouTube voice is my customer voice sometimes. I guess sometimes you guys hear a little slang or accent, whatever come out, but when I'm talking to you guys, this is how I sound. But when I'm talking to my friends, families, you know, anyone that know me personally, you know how I sound. Someone got the Porsche out, okay. Quick post office run before we go. I ain't gonna front, I'm over summertime. I'm ready for fall. Bring out the hoodie and sweatpants. What did he have on top of? You guys missed it. The guy got a, like, I don't know. Can't even explain it. But yeah, this post office is in Albertsons, and I like to go to it. It's small, easy to use. Drop it off and go. I already got my label, so I'm good. Another slow day, but I think we saw a few cars today. Took in some trade-ins as well. Yo, look at the sky. New Mexico just have beautiful sunsets. Can't top that. And then you got the mountains over here. Beautiful. And then you got the beautiful Integra. But yeah, time to go home. It's another beautiful night. One thing I love about summer is the summer nights. You can't go wrong when you can put your windows down, enjoying the breeze, open your moonroof if you got one. It's Tuesday. I'm not sure if I discussed that or not. It's just been crazy. But today has been a busy day. It is the end of the day. I was supposed to get off work 6:30. I got here 8:30. And it's 7:44 right now. But I did end up selling 2 cars today. I'm finishing up the second deal right now. Customer's waiting to go into finance. First customer bought a brand new Odyssey, a 24 Odyssey. They traded in a 4Runner. This customer traded in this 24 HRV for a 25 CRV. When we take these cars in, we make sure they're cleaned out. Customer ain't leave nothing in them. And we get them to our other lot. We get them to our other lot where we park all the trade-ins pretty much. So I'm gonna get this one ready so I can bring it upstairs. This is the HRV they traded in. It's an LX, all-wheel drive, Nordic Force Pro. I'm gonna show you the car that they bought. The first car sold today, they traded in a 4Runner. Traded in this 4Runner SR5. This thing has a third row in it, which is kind of rare, but not really, but kind of rare. They traded in this 4Runner, needed a minivan. I don't know if you guys remember, one of these days, I forgot, I was in the showroom and they were moving a silver Odyssey in the showroom. So that's the one I ended up selling, the one in the showroom. So she took that one earlier today, and then these people are gonna take the CRV. Actually, I'm gonna show you the CRV that they bought. Super long day, and this just shows you sometimes in sales, it's either you're gonna have a slow day, like the last, I think 2 days were super slow for me, and you get a busy day like this where you sold 2 cars. Only thing is I've been here all day, like I said, 8:30. and it's about to be 8 o'clock. It's probably 8 o'clock right now. Waiting to go into finance too, so I'm definitely gonna be here 8:30 to 9 o'clock ish. So I'll be here from 8:30 to 8:30 pretty much. I'm gonna show you guys the new CRVs that they bought. I will say today it's a beautiful day. I've been recording this video for too long to the point where I can't remember things. And I've just been so tired and so busy. I can't remember things. CRV. Yeah, it is. Oh, am I blocking? You about to deliver this?
Yeah.
Let me move out of your way. This is what they end up getting. This is a 25 EX CRV, Lunar Silver, black interior. This one's all-wheel drive. They just need something a little bit bigger than the HRV. And she had a CRV before, so yeah, so this guy sold. And you get the back of it. CRVs is our #1 seller. Show you guys the EX. If you watch my walk around channel, you're familiar. I got their CRV all set up. They are in finance right now, getting their paperwork done. All I do is wait for them to come out, then we go over some features, and then I'll be done for the day. I'm starving. Shelly just texted me saying that dinner is ready. I can't wait to go home and eat. I'm starving. But yeah, right now I am the last salesperson here. It was me and another of my coworkers, but he just delivered his CRV and he's gone. The mosquitoes over here are crazy. I just finished delivering the car. It's like 9 something right now. I cannot wait to be home. I am hungry. The more I look at this Integra, the more it looks beautiful in my eyes. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a very, good looking car, but like the more I look at it, the more I realize Acura did what they had to do with this thing. They really did what they had to do with this car. But yeah, I'm gonna cruise home, windows down. It's a beautiful night. Blast some music. Get home, eat some. Today's been a long day. It's been a long Tuesday. And that's the thing with sales. You never know. Like, one day you'll come in, you sell no cars. Next day, you probably still sell no cars. The next day after that, you sell 2 cars. Like, you have to have patience and just keep working, keep grinding, keep working hard. It will pay off, like these 2 cars I sold, made a decent amount of money. Just happy to be done, and it is my day off tomorrow. I just want to go see my son and my wife. Look how the sun, I don't know if you guys can see that, the sun. Look how the moon is hiding behind a cloud. Bro, I don't know if this camera can get that, but that's the most beautiful thing I've seen all night. You guys probably can't see me. Anyways, I'm going to grab the trash, bring it inside. Go eat some food. So I'm gonna end the day in the life here. It's been fun bringing you guys along with me in my day, show you what I go through as a salesperson. Obviously I couldn't record everything, but I hope this video in these past few days kind of give you an idea, because it's not easy. Definitely the easiest job in the world. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna catch you in the next video. I have to go eat.